We are not yet live. Once it is there, yeah. Hey guys, hi, welcome to CloudSEK workshop with women techies, Hack Like a Girl. So basically, this workshop is about the you will have 8 tracks tomorrow, and one of the track will be from CloudSEK. And to help you know more about the track and how you're going to solve, we are going to have a quick workshop to walk you through BeVigil and OSINT API. I'm Sai Aladin Tripathi. I'm an engineering manager with BeVigil at CloudSEK, and my team members with me are Arshit Jain, who is a full stack developer with us, and Sudipta. Arshit, can we go to the next slide?
Yeah.
I'm Sudipta, who's a security engineer. Arshit is going to walk you through the BeVigil part of the workshop, and Sudipta will take over. At the end of the workshop, we'll also discuss the track for tomorrow. And any questions that you have, as I'm seeing on the YouTube channel, there are multiple questions regarding how to start with bug bounty, how to start a career in security. So, what we can do is we can take up those questions at the end of the session. Any questions relevant to the talk that is happening, and we also want it to be an interactive session, so keep posting those questions in the YouTube. And yeah, over to Ashit.
Uh, hey, yeah. So I am Arshit Jain. I am working here at CloudSEK as like a full stack engineer. My hobbies includes automating like anything, everything that is possible. And apart from that, I'm like a big RCB fan. So yeah, and like I have my colleague here with me, Sudipta. Do you want to introduce yourself?
So I'm Sudha Pandit. I've been working in CloudSEK at almost a year now, and I'm from this like almost the starting. I've been working on this BeVigil platform, and I do I like here I am as a security engineer, but I mostly work on dev part of the BeVigil. I do coding most, and I'm also a Marvel fan. If any of you are a Marvel fan, just shoot me up. We can discuss anything.
Yeah. So the topic is building with BeVigil OSINT API. Okay. So before going to BeVigil, let's like talk about mobile security. So I just want to know like from everyone who is listening, like what are like some impact of weak mobile security in applications. Like just like post your comments. Just post like whatever I ask in the comments. I'll just read them out. Uh, Okay, so like just tell me about like what are like why what are some security impact you see in mobile apps? I can't see anyone replying in the chats. Just guys, you can just reply. I just want to make this session interactive, so just reply in the chat. So I'll just like take few points. So like as you can see, like mobile app ecosystem is like completely messed up. So the reason for that is people are not like focusing on mobile app security as much as they want to. So what are the risks? As you can see, like customer information is getting leaked by hackers. People are just sending out malwares that people install on their app, and their email, financial, any kind of information is being uh, just sending out. Hello. Okay. So, uh, yeah. So what I was saying was, customer information is getting leaked by people you abusing like malware, and like then like financial information also get what hackers do is they usually send you some random malwares in which they want you to enter some details, and through which you can just get access to credit card, debit cards, and some transaction details of your personal information. Then like IP theft is also there. people usually what they do is like they gain access to your code base, and they just clone your app and uh, just use those apps in different uh, just take their app and just uh, upload their app in third party app stores. So Fortnite was like a very good example, where like people have cloned lot many apps of Fortnite, and it was like all duplicate apps roaming around third party app stores. Apart from that, like you see, there is also a revenue loss that is there when like you are not properly scanning the mobile apps. So revenue loss can be in a research, someone told like Tinder and like Yulo, uh, hackers were selling the subscription at a very low cost, like maybe $5 for their yearly subscription and all. So yeah, I mean these kind of losses company do occur because of like some weak mobile security team. And apart from that, you can also see like some brand confidence loss is also there, like because people are leaking lot of critical data, and that will eventually affect the brand also. So yeah, so like anyone knows about what usually hackers do to get access to these mobile app? What are some techniques they use to get access to uh, mobile apps? If you have any, if you know any techniques that hacker use, just like post that out in the comment section. Okay, Harshit, I'll just like answer your question like later on. But yeah, malware attacks, yeah, malware attacks are there. What else? Credential leak, yeah, credential leak. So I'll just like tell you what usually the attacker, what are the attack vectors that any hacker use to exploit the mobile app. So you can see first one is like there are many techniques. I've listed out few techniques here. So improper platform usage, usually what people do is like they inject some code in the Android mobile app, in which like when you switch screens, they'll like uh, they'll provide some random URL and all, and when you click on that URL, you will be redirected to some other page, and there would be uh, like security concerns. The second is,
One second, Arshit, one second. So, guys, there are multiple very generic questions, and can we just take all those questions at the end so that people who are commenting on the present topic that is getting mixed up. So, any questions on internships or how to start a career or how what we should recommend, all those things will take 30 minutes in the end. So, please bear with us. And meanwhile, just answer the questions that is relevant to the slide or anything that Arshit is talking about. It will be really helpful. Thank you, guys. Arshit, continue, please.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, the second one was insecure data storage. So in mobile apps, usually people use local database to store information. So developer use my SQLite, Firebase, log files, or like they use multiple data storage with mobile apps. So these data storage are very insecure, and the hacker uses this insecure data storage to exploit or inject any uh, like malware in the particular app. And third one is like quite popular, poor code quality. So usually developers hard code the API key or like certain credentials that are not supposed to be hard coded in the Android app. And like fourth one is code tampering. It's like quite popular. People will just clone the WhatsApp app, and they'll just change the source code and like inject some malware into the source code, so that hackers can just use those uh, use those techniques to get access to the user's device. So yeah, it's like very popular because all of these kind of apps, tampered apps, are roaming around in the third party app stores. So yeah, so now like in simple terms, or like I've put a lot of jargons here, but in simple terms, let's like stop searching for tools to uh, just stop searching for tools and like see what we can do. Like, so that's why I've written बिल्कुल बकवास है ये सब, आप बंद करो, and like let's find the best solution how we can make mobile apps secure. So so like there are like lot of tools, like w- which in which we can just decompile the mobile app, uh, but we have uh, we have provided like we have a solution called BeVigil, in which you can just scan your mobile app, uh, and you will get the security score for it. uh, it's the internet first and only security search engine for mobile apps. So you can just scan mobile apps, you'll get the instant security score for any particular app. You can analyze patterns. Developer can just go through the platform and search what they have in their particular app, what security issues or vulnerabilities they have put on. So we have indexed like almost like million app in our system, and you can just go through apps and see like what all the researcher or developers have uh, put in their code, and see what are the bugs, and you can just report to the companies. So what are the use case of we building BeVigil is, we just want to remove all the risk that's related to Android apps. uh, for non-tech savvy mobile users, we are worried about their security and privacy, because you see, usually uh, the developers hard code these API key, and these API key lead to uh, the customer data being leaked. So yeah, it's like a big concern. And then we want security researchers to just go through the go to BeVigil and find like threats, and just like report to the companies. And yeah, for enterprise teams, if you want that, like whatever app they are releasing on Play Store, it's like bug free app, and no security issues there, and hard code secrets are there. uh, so like these are the use cases, and like uh, that for what we can use BeVigil for. But let's open the Pandora's box, like what we have found through BeVigil. So we have found like HubSpot API keys that compromise like 1.6 million user data. We have identified GitHub tokens, like that led us to finding like 159 private repos out of like million apps. And we found Razorpay keys that were hard coded in like source code, that lead to millions of users like just leaking their transactional details and PII. And we also found like more than 20k Firebase readable and like writable DB, in which like lot of sensitive information was there. We also find AWS keys and secret that led to our researcher find like 100 million user data that was like containing name, phone number, and email. So this is what we have like found through BeVigil. But yeah, so I'll just like quickly give you guys the demo of the product. uh, okay. uh, yes. So first, like whenever you can search, you can search any term on this. So I'll just like go and search WhatsApp. So it will search on metadata and the code. So in the metadata part, as you can see, like when I search WhatsApp, you can see WhatsApp app is here. uh, the category it belongs to, it's written, what's the rating of the particular app, what's the version, the description is here, permission is here, uh, contact details are here, and like what's the rating of that particular app on Play Store. uh, like you can see the number of download size, and here you can just see, when you click on this you can just see the security report of WhatsApp. uh, Apart from that, like you can here you can see, when I type WhatsApp, so you can also search on the code section key. These are all the apps we have indexed on BeVigil. uh, and you can see like like when we search WhatsApp, so it did a search on like all the apps, and it searched on all the files that are there uh, in our system. Apart from that, you can also do a reject search. So I have like written a rejects for you guys. So when you do a reject search, it will just search on uh, all the code section and will give you about all the matching rejects. Apart from that, you can also do some, you can put advanced filter on the system. You can put like the package name here. When you put the package name, uh, that particular app will come here in the system. And you can also put like all the other filters also. You can put category filter where you want to uh, categorize according to Play Store categories. And then you can also put permission filter like here, and yeah, so this you can put like lot of filters in this section. But like for mobile app developers, if you want to know the security rating of your particular app, so then you can just put the uh, package name here, like package name here, like package name of facebook.lite is com.facebook.lite. So when you put this and you just click on proceed, the app would be submitted. uh, and you can see here in the dashboard that we have sent that particular app ID for scanning. Apart from that, you can also, if you don't know the package name, you can just click on the scan apk file, and you can just upload your file from here. So you can just upload your file, developers can come here, just upload their files and just see the security report of that particular issue. So when I submitted the com.facebook.lite, here you can see security report is ready. So you can just like open that security report. You can just go through all the issues we have listed, and like see what is there in particular section. So I'll just like explain you guys about the report. First, vulnerability section is here. So you can see all the vulnerabilities that I initially told you about mobile security. Like weak, what is there? Weak crypto algorithm is detected in this particular app. The description is written. What's the mitigation, and like how did we find this particular vulnerability is there in this particular app. uh, Apart from that, the second section is string section. So this is the interesting section, because a lot of people, what they do is they usually hard code the API's key. So they hard code the Razor API key, Google API key, AWS keys, and they hard code the Firebase DB also, DB URL also. So these can just lead to like people just giving out lot of critical information that they should not give up. So here you can see Google, we have detected Google API key, we have detected some more other API key also. So you can just open that particular file, and you can see like where did we find that Google API key. So in this case, if we just click on we can see, okay, in this particular string.xml, we found Google API key was hard coded here. So like this, in this way you can just check for the vulnerabilities in your particular app. Yeah, and the third section is like the manifest scanner. The manifest scanner is like, manifest in Android is like where your application starts. So it will define all the activities, all the like where should like your activity start. So here also we have like classified some CWE key, uh, why you should not, what's there in Android.xml, uh, what is the vulnerability related to that particular uh, manifest thing. And apart from there, like we have assets. In assets you can see, we have file paths. So you can just click on any file path and you can see like uh, what's the issue of like exposing that particular file path. Then you have like different REST APIs, people hard code REST APIs. So that can also lead to uh, people just exploiting your endpoint and getting sensitive information. And then you have different URLs that you should not hard code in your app, because that can also lead to people exploiting your app. Then we have APK ID. So APK ID is like basically how your particular app is being made. So it tells you about that. uh, then you have malware. We have some rules to detect malwares also. If any malware is detected in your system, so it will just pop up here. So for Facebook it did not, but if for a certain app it will just like display you here. Apart from that, we have permissions, like what all permission is like does this particular Facebook.lite app gives. So we have also classified those permissions as medium, high, and low. So some dangerous permissions, uh, we have classified them as dangerous because sometimes what hackers usually do is they give certain permissions that should not be given to that particular app. They'll like give you one pop-up box that, when you click on that pop-up box, it will just redirect you to some other page. So we have classified the permissions also. uh, yeah, apart from that, like this is the app data, what all activities are there in the particular app. Then we have services, what all services the particular app is using. We have content providers, uh, what all content providers the particular app is using. And then we have features, like what feature does that particular app have, camera, or is it giving access to like access your particular microphone, or uh, you have receivers also. Like what all receivers are there in particular Android app. Yeah, and apart from that, you have trackers. Like here, like in some other app, you can see different trackers are also there. Google Analytics trackers and Facebook trackers, and it will tell you about all the trackers that in a particular app have. And then you have third party libraries, in which like whatever libraries are being used in particular Android app, it will just like list down all on that here. uh, yeah, so I think this is the report. You can also see the certificate of that particular app, or mm, mm, you can just see the analysis part. And if anyone wants to hide the report, so you can just click on the hide report button, and it will just send you the OTP on your developer email, and you can just hide the report also. You can also download the report also if you want. And
Yeah, we'll pause for a few minutes and we'll take up some questions from the comment section, Arshit.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, guys, please shoot your questions in the comment section.
So Vishesh has put up one question. BeVigil is so powerful as a security engine. Building on top of it can be pretty much used to give a detailed insight about anything when it comes to mobile security. Yeah. Could an organization potentially access CloudSEK for exposing these legal things or legal matter? So Kavya, like these are all the apps people have come and uploaded those on our platform, and yeah, from the legal side we are we are very clear. Okay, if you want to just like hide your report, so you can just like reach out to us, or like here you have an option to hide the reports. Okay. Any more questions? Okay, just go scroll up.
Yeah, that is like,
That
yeah,
okay.
catchy. You are right. All the app which is uploaded in the Play Store is kind of in a public domain.
uh, yeah, so yeah, so that's, I think, pretty much it from my side. Now I'll just like pass on to Sudipta to just explain about the OSINT OSINT part.
No, stop that. Audio. Uh, any coordinator, sir? Can you make my screen? Okay, yeah. So okay, so you guys heard about. Uh, can you hear me, guys? Okay. Okay. So you guys heard. I'm mute this. Please. Okay. So you guys heard about Ashit told you about what the BeVigil is. He showed you how does the BeVigil platform, and he gave you the demo of how BeVigil works and how we can use BeVigil platform to analyze a mobile app. So I'm going to talk about something new which we have created. This is an API on top of the BeVigil platform we have. So this and we are calling it BeVigil OSINT API. So before going into that, I would just want to ask you guys, like, do you guys have idea what what do you mean by OSINT? Like, what does the OSINT mean? Just drop your thoughts on comment section. Guys, this whole talk is called OSINT talk. I'm pretty sure some of you have at least Googled it what the OSINT means.
Yeah. Harshit has it.
Yeah, so what is it?
Harshit.
Harshit,
Open source.
open source intelligence. Yes. So, so what open source intelligence, for those who don't know, open source intelligence basically means collecting data from any public domain stuff and then analyzing and making sense out of it. Uh, so we are doing intelligence out of the open source data which is already available. So in this, on our use case, what is the OSINT data? So basically, this is the apps. So apps compiled source code. So as I think some of you already asked, do you have any legal issues uploading apps in the like? Can we get any legal issues from like exposing the secrets? We are not exposing any of our secret. We are taking what already in the public domain, which is the apps, compiled code, and then we are decompiling, which is also a like method anybody can do. It's not. Then we are decompiling in and seeing what all the assets the app is made of, and then we are putting it into a database and making it very easy for people to analyze it. That's what we're doing, and we are calling it OSINT because it's open source, because anybody can get an APK from Play Store, and then they can run the analysis also. What we are doing is making it very easy for other people to consume that data. So, so you have seen, guys, that in the BeVigil, you can, when you upload an app, it will analyze for vulnerabilities. It will give you multiple assets, such as in the asset section you have seen, you can get multiple URLs, you can get emails, what domains it has. You can get all this data. So with this OSINT API, what we did, we make it very easy for other programs to use this data. That's why it's an application programming interface API. So other program can use this interface to program something really cool stuff out of it. So uh, I'm going to talk about how, like, why and how we created it, and then I'm going to give you and demo also like of this API. Then we'll talk about the hackathon challenge. So So yeah, the question is, what is BeVigil OSINT API? So we on the BeVigil, we already indexed around 500,000 apps, and we have collected a lot of assets. Now, when I talk about assets, some of you don't know what is assets in a mobile app. So in the mobile app, asset by asset we mean like any kind of domains, URLs, or IP addresses, email addresses, or cloud services such as Firebase, S3, Amazon S3, or any third-party services, let's say Slack webhooks or Zapier webhooks. So these a mobile app, when it is consist of these different digital assets. So we, by the OSINT API, we're exposing it to the public world, so they can easily query these digital assets for apps. So but the OSINT API is the only API currently provide these asset recognitions on mobile applications. We have seen like a bunch of other services, maybe that they're providing asset recon on web apps and on networks, but there are actually none who are providing asset recon on mobile application. So we have a very rich searchable inventory of like around 500,000 apps, and these asset data points has, like I already talked about, like cloud services domains. And the best part of it, it's free to use. You can start with free, and then yeah, we have a paid plan also, but for most people the free plan is sufficient. So let's talk about like why we created this. Because as we said, it's a OSINT data. You probably think, okay, as it's OSINT data, anybody could use it. Like anybody who has a APK, they can do this, right? They can, let's say for example, you got the Paytm app, you get the APK, you can decompile the source with their tools like JADAX or char to Java. You can use these tools and get the source code, and then you could run your own scripts to all these domains and points, the URLs stuff, and you can do it on your own. But to do it on a scale and do it in a very way that anybody can consume very easily, that's hard. And we are providing that to the world, so they don't have to go through all this complex stuff. They can use our API to easily get the data. Now, uh, as you know, there are a bunch of organizations who are already providing, surface intelligence for digital assets on web apps. For example, in web apps, you'll find a lot of other services who will we will analyze the JavaScript of the web app, the HTML, CSS of the web apps, and they will run analysis on that and give you and all the URLs, endpoints, domain IP address you find on them. But there was no service that was providing it for the mobile app. So we found this is a previously unexplored area, and we created something really new for the mobile apps, which opened up a channel for other developers to consume this API and create some cool tool out of it. We'll talk about it, what we things we can create, what is the possibility of it, and how we can use this in our other tools. Those tools can also can cover the mobile app digital access part. So any questions up until now? Anyone? Anyone, like, you can post your questions if you have any doubts regarding what is BeVigil or what is OSINT on the Slack. Okay. So there are different APIs we provide by the BeVigil OSINT service. So there's a word list. I'll just give you a demo a little bit later. So there are this word list endpoint where you give a package name, it will give you a word list combining different paths, file names, REST API endpoint. So as you know, guys, word list can be used to brute force, brute force the URL paths. You have tools like data buster and those things. You can put this word list in those tools and make use of all these assets you found on mobile apps. So there's another API to give you all the host names you found on the in the app. So it will include all the domains and subdomains you found. S3 buckets endpoint will give you all the S3 buckets. Get all assets will give you all the assets. Find apps is basically is like all the other APIs I talked about is basically giving a package name and then give you some data for that package name. But find apps is it's kind of reversed. So in here you put the domain name and it will give you all the packages which has that domain name inside the source code. So find subdomains will give you subdomains for a given domain, and URLs is the kind of same. It will give you URLs for a given domain. So I'll just show you some demo of this. So if you go to this section, if you go to bevigil.com/OSINT API, you will find this page. You have to just click on this go to my API key. Okay, I'll just show one more thing. So this is a stats page where you can see how many assets we have collected. You can see we have more than 11 million word list already. Host is like 1.6 million host. Host means the domain names of domains included. S3 buckets we have like thousands of S3 buckets. And total asset count is 176 million. That's a huge number. And we have around half a million apps already. So you can see that. So to use this OSINT API, so first you go to BeVigil/OSINT API. So I think I'll put this. Ashit, can you put the link?
Which OSINT?
Yeah, I'll share. We will share the link directly. You can just. It's a short URL. You can type it. BeVigil.com/OSINT API. So once you go there, you can open this. For you, it will first it will say that create an API key. I already have an API key, so it's not so it's there. So once you do this, you'll have an API key just there, and then you can go to the documentation part of the. So the docs is here. It's osint.bevigil.com. Once you open it, yeah. So these are all the APIs we have exposed for the public use. So here you can see we have word list host. These all the APIs I talked about just. And let's try one. Okay, so let's try the hosts one, and where you can this it has a description. You can read it. So what you just need to do, you are I think you guys are familiar with curl. So just copy this endpoint and then yeah, paste it. And now what you have to do is first get your API key. Once you have your API key, now here you have to put I think this, okay. You have to put a example app name. So let's put what
Facebook.live.
Facebook.katana. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this is the main Facebook apps package name. I hope I'm correct. Okay, see, okay, I think
You got
now you can just review. This is the data you will get from the see this API. So given a so we have input as an input we have put the Facebook package name, and we are trying to get all the hosts we find in the Facebook package, and here we have the list of all the hosts we found in the Facebook package. So similarly, you can use other endpoints also. Let's say you wanna see yeah, you want to see the URL params. So this is slash params. So you'll get like data like this. It will include the URL params and the values also there. So you want to see like okay, I think use something else to have more rechat data. You can see that's more data WhatsApp. And you can see word list also. So word list is something we generate out of combining all the file paths, URLs, and URL parameters. This is a really big list. Doesn't even fit in the screen. So I think you guys have idea on like how what BeVigil OSINT API will provide, what kind of data it will provide. So yeah, so do you guys have any question like on regarding BeVigil OSINT API? Okay, so you start.
Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, just put that in the chat section. We'll just take we'll take few questions. Someone in this chat section is saying, does it give open S3 bucket?
So yeah, so glitch. Yeah, it will give you all the S3 bucket. We don't like it's up to you to check for is it open or not. So you can get all the S3 buckets for an app, uh, or it even has a API to where you can put the keyword and it will give you all the S3 buckets related to that keyword. I'll just show you. So S3 keyword. Let's say you want to get all the S3 buckets related to music keyword. It will take time because it's a lot of data. So yes, you can find S3 buckets which are you can get the bounty money if you found any S3 buckets. So see, all the S3 which has a music keyword is there, and it's a huge list of it. So I mean, it doesn't even fit in my screen. I think I have to do the more. So yes, you can get it. We are not filtering or limiting anyone from getting a bounty from the OSINT API. Okay. So you wanna dive into it? Go ahead. Yeah, I mean, I think you already have this idea. You can write, automation tools out of this OSINT API that can automatically check for open S3 buckets. I'm already giving out ideas for hackathon. Okay, let's any more questions you guys have before I move to the hackathon explanation part, like what the hackathon would be. You guys can shoot up. Automatically, could you guys maybe add an extension that automatically shows this score on Play Store? Uh, yeah, we could, but I think Google will not like it very much. So you guys can do it. Take the hit. If Google, uh, send you a cease and desist letter, you handle that. Okay. I think let's go. Go back. Okay. So yeah, this is thank you. All right. So I think okay. Just let me. I'll just.
What are some upcoming features in CloudSEK product?
So guys, I think there will be a hack. You already know there is a hackathon that will start tomorrow. We'll just explain on like what to build, like what what we expect from you on that hackathon, and we'll also give you this. We'll just explain this hackathon doc for you. It will be shared with you later on. Don't worry about it. So this is basically includes some you know details on what to do on hackathon. So yeah, so the hackathon will be this theme will be basically based on the BeVigil OSINT API only. So we already talked about how BeVigil is kind of unique in its in its use case because no other platform before has come up with an API that you can use to query mobile digital assets. So we have done that. So we want to build something cool out of this OSINT API. You have seen that okay, this API can provide you any digital assets of the mobile apps. So you can think of like could be many tools which could be created on top of this API. So yeah, so I'm not gonna go over the same thing again. Just to iterate, it will be reiterating. So about the hackathon, we wanted to build anything that researchers can use. Other researchers, for example, uh, you can integrate this tool with other asset discovery tools, right? Which finds asset of a particular organization. So earlier, that tool may be already finding or assets of that organization web apps. Now you can include this BeVigil OSINT API, and that will power the tool to also find assets from the that organization mobile apps. So because this API will give you the power for the mobile apps asset discovery. Uh, to talk about the tech stack, we are not limiting you to use any tech stack. You can use anything you want. We don't judge. We are not going to judge you based on the tech stack you choose. You can use JavaScript, Python, Golang, Rust, whatever you're familiar with.
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt you, Sudipta. So there has been a call from the organizers. Can we just hide the task and talk about the overview and other things without giving out the problem statement? Yeah, that should be cool. Let's not discuss the problem statement as that will be shared by the organizers. Let's just discuss about what they are going to they can expect and how they can use BeVigil and OSINT in this case.
Okay,
I'm really sorry to interrupt.
yeah, that's no. Thanks for that. All so yeah, I think you like you talked about the hackathon theme already. It will be based on mobile, what you can do with this mobile app digital asset discovery tool. So OSINT API basically gives you a way to do a asset discovery on the mobile app side. So what can so your focus should be if you can build a cool solution out of this OSINT API. So I will give you some example. I'll just talk about some examples. So it could be like, okay, let's say you already there are multiple tools, right? You know, sublister, subfinder. That what it does. It gives you given a domain, it returns you the subdomains, right? For now, you have the same thing on the BeVigil side also. There is a subdomain um, API endpoint there. But given a domain name, it will return you all the subdomain it found on the different apps. So you could use this to create a subdomain enumeration tool or extend a already available subdomain enumeration tool. Or so there are some people who have already created some cool stuff out of BigGL API. So I'll just show you that. So if I search BVigil, so I think there are some, yeah, this is, you can see. So this guy has created a asset cloud generator out of the BeVigil OSINT API. So where you enter a app ID and it will generate, hostname IP address, a word cloud out of hostname IP address it has found. It's cool stuff. And you put the app ID, it will generate an image like that, a word cloud. So yeah, it's a really cool. I think he has created something another cool stuff, which is yeah, this one. So this is called mobile app assets vulnerability checker. So you enter app ID, it will using the OSINT API and it will generate all the host name and IP addresses you can find on the app. Then it uses another OSINT tool, which is called Showdown API. That's another OSINT API which works over the domain names and IP addresses. So what he did, get all the domain and IP addresses from the OSINT API, then put it in the another OSINT API called Showdown that will give you DNS resolves names and the host names from the IP addresses. And also, Showdown has like a vulnerability report of that IP addresses, and it will show you the CV and what things are that Showdown API have found. So yeah, you can see the image. It's like really cool. So given a host name, it will found the IP address. Scroll to left. I don't have scroll to left. Okay, it will show you IP address, open ports, and the tags there. So I mean, this is some cool stuff you can build out of the OSINT API. So when you are thinking, so I mean, yeah, I didn't know that we are not allowed to put put the hackathon problem statement. But okay, you already guys got the idea. Will share the document, but it will be based on the OSINT API. So you can think like what things you can build out of this OSINT API. And you're not just limited to using OSINT API. You can use other tools also and connect all these tools and make something cool out of it. And not only that, I think there are some. I created a mobile app also. Not sure this is. Okay. Yeah. So this guy has created a mobile app out of BeVigil OSINT API. Yeah, it has a lot of functionalities. You can see, you can search and package name, view all the asset. Unfortunately, he hasn't put any screenshot. But okay, so you guys got the idea. You can create even. Another thing, just mention here. We are also going to release a open source tool that will be called BeVigil OSINT CLI. So it will be a CLI tool based on uh, this OSINT API. So you can create any solution out of this OSINT API. It could be a CLI tool, web app, mobile app, desktop app, whatever. We don't. We are not going to judge you based on what you create. We're going to judge you based on how awesome it is, the uniqueness of the idea, and how good is the implementation of your solution. And it's not, it won't be limited to that. We don't have any hardline criteria on judging. So feel free to create anything you like, anything you think it's cool enough to show to us, then it's right. And if your solution is really cool and innovative that we haven't thought of, we might even hire you here and tell you to build that solution itself. Uh, so yeah, you guys will have hiring opportunities based on this hackathon outcome. So give give it your 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys have any questions regarding all of this, like anything from the whole talk? I'll stop sharing my screen. How do I do that? Hey,
Hey guys, we are open for questions, so please
uh,
put your questions, any generic questions or anything. We are up for it now. There are few generic questions in the beginning. We can start taking those right now. If you can repost it so that we don't have to scroll up, it will be helpful, guys.
those coordinators, what is the tech stack for BeVigil? Mm, it's it's that we use multiple languages actually, but we even have C, some C code part of it, but mostly it's Python.
It's basically Python and React, guys.
Yes, yeah. For front end, it's React and it's Python. Yeah, Python is in the one. Yeah. How to start for GSOC? This is not a
It's a
GSOC
question for the
workshop,
organizers.
but if you're prepared for GSOC, you should have already started. By this time, it's too late.
We will see it. I don't think so.
No. So Google has a strict requirement for being an organization in GSOC. So yeah, it's very strict. We'll try someday to apply for GSOC organizer what are the upcoming features in CloudSEK product line? Harshit, you are asking for our intellectual property. You're not going to get it. Okay. How do you know shortcomings of Python individual like this concurrency features? Uh, Python has less concurrency features. I think the async is quite a good concurrency features. If you have tried, Python 3.10 is really good. Uh, about the less concurrency things, yes, Go and Rust are like catching up on that. And yes, Python is not there yet, but it does. It's not that just concurrency features. It's like what your use case is. In our use case, it's quite sufficient. And by the way, guys, these are like off-topic questions. Can you focus on being vigilant or sincere? Okay. Okay. Is that it, guys? Like, if you want to ask any questions, just ask quickly because I think we have to close it. So
Okay, thank you guys. It was amazing having you guys here. So I hope all the viewers had a good time and hopefully learned a lot as well. We will be expecting you guys in our hackathon, and let's see, it's going to be an amazing time. So I think we're done. It was fun having you guys here.
yeah, thanks. Thank you guys for having us here, giving us this opportunity to share the knowledge about BeVigil OSINT. We will expect you guys to participate in this hackathon and come up with some awesome ideas or even create some solutions out of it, out of the BeVigil.
Yeah, guys, if you have any questions other than that, you can reach out to us on LinkedIn. We are posting our handles very soon. That is all. Have a happy hackathon. Hack like a girl.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Uh, okay. I think it's there.